pour one out for Carl. You hate to fucking see it. You hate to fucking see it. But these things happen. These things happen. It's a reality of living in the inner sphere, chat. As much as we hate it, it is a reality of the work that we do. Again, everything was fixed for free, so that's okay. Question mark. Let me see. Wait, what? Hold up. Oh, it put it over here. Okay. I was trying to figure out where my other Stormcrow went, and then they put it on this one. So we got the Hunchback 2C, which I can definitely do some stuff with. Let's see. Hag 40 and Angel ECM. It's got an XL engine. They're running stealth armor in this thing, which I definitely would not do. It technically counts as a hero mech, so we get the hero mech quirk with it. Can we... because I would absolutely do hardened armor just for the hell of it. If I have my way, if I'm gonna build this the way I want to build it, can I have it and we could turn it into a Tau broadside? I'm not against the idea. I'm definitely not against the idea. I don't think... Do we have 2 heavy Gauss, though? I don't think we do. I don't know that there's a way to put 2 Gauss rifles in this thing, to be honest. I mean, we could take out the Clan double heatsink kit because we don't need it if we're going with ballistics. The XL engine... I mean, it feels like a waste, though. It's great as an LBX boat? Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking... I mean, we got a Clan AC-20 and we got a Clan LBX-20. So, like, what if instead of Gauss, we go shotgun and artillery? But then again, we still have the problem of too much weight. Engine. Oh, I know it's the engine. Trust me, I'm very aware. Let's see. If we go ahead and put the 255 back in it, we're still not going to be close enough to where we need to be. If I went with like a 220, what does that do for our movement? 3.6? Yeah, that's not good enough. 250, that's going to be a 4.7. And with a 255, we're still sitting at 4.7, so the +5 doesn't really matter. Maybe instead of hardened armor, we go with Pharaoh. That works. Well, it gives us 2 tons for ammo, though. Let's see. For the LBX-20, we're looking at 12 tons. For the Ultra AC-20, we're also looking at 12 tons. If we went with the Gauss rifles and we made them clans, those are also both 12 tons. The Hag 40 is 16 tons. The 30 is 13. We could go with the Hag 20. That's only 10. Is it worth it, though? Is it worth it to go with 2 shotguns as opposed to 2 rifles. Drop it to 245 for more ammo. Let's see. Well, we're at 2 tons now. If we dropped it to a 245, what do we get for that? Only half a ton? Not really worth it. If we went with a 240, still only half a ton. So yeah, I mean, the half a ton's not gonna make a huge difference. Let's see. I mean, it's gotta be ballistic, whatever it is. And we don't have, I mean, maybe we just go with LBX 10s? It's still respectable damage. I just, like, if we had 2 LBX 20s, I would absolutely do that. Like, I would go double shotgun build. I would find a way to make it work. What armor choices you have? I mean, just the normal stuff. We got Ferro, we got Hardened, we got heavy armor plating. I mean, maybe heavy armor's the way to go, and instead of Gauss rifles, we do something a little different. So let's say we go 2 Ultra AC-10s, except that's not going to work either because the Inner Sphere version is ridiculously heavy. So 2 Inner Sphere LBX-10s plus heavy armor plating. We're still sitting at 5.7, and then, I mean, how much ammo do we get for a single ton? We get 10 shots, so that's 5 turns of shooting. If we go with the heavy plating. Or, again, we just go with the Clan Pharaoh. And then that gives us more room for armor and more room for ammo. Let me see. LBX-20 cluster. Do we have AMS? I mean, 2 Clan AMS systems? And then say, give me 1 ton of ammo for the AMS. And 1 more ton of ammo for the autocannons. Let me see. I'm looking for LBX-10. Maybe we throw in, instead of cluster, we go with 1 ton of slug ammo for the extra stability damage. Oh yeah, I want cluster ammo, not slug ammo. Ah, there we go. And then I can just drop a little bit of armor on this thing to... Because we're using the Pharaoh, but we can drop a little bit of armor. Let's see, do that. Do that. Okay, so what we'll do then is 1 point here, 1 point there, and then that evens everything out. Again, we're dropping some armor, but we're hoping that the speed and evasion will help us make up for it. Is this better or worse? Because here we got 10 ammunition, so we got basically 10 rounds of shooting with the clusters. plus 5 rounds of shooting with the slug if we need it. I mean, the speed is the same because we kept the same engine. It's a 5.7. ECM and speed. I mean, ECM and stealth would give us more evasion. That's why this thing was so hard to hit. So, for example, looking at the original design, we've got the Angel ECM, which I would probably put in the torso if I can. But anyway, we got the Hag 40. If we remove the Hag and just leave the design as is, other than the weapon systems. So we have the Angel ECM, we take the weapons out. So this gives us 23 tons to use for the weapons. What can we do with 23 tons? Because the ECM provides defense, the stealth armor provides defense. So what do we do with 23 tons of weapons? And it has to be ballistic weapons. Well, I mean, technically it could be support weapons, but our options for support weapons are pretty limited. 2 LBX-10s and 3 tons of ammo? Let's see. Are you thinking of LBX-10s or are you thinking of clan LBX-10s? Because the regular LBX-10 is 11 tons. That's the problem we were running into before. Because I don't have any clan LBX-10s. I mean, we could just put in the clan LBX-20. Just give it one big-ass shotgun. And then it's basically just a better 4G. It's like a straight upgrade to the 4G. And then... I mean, I don't like putting ammo in the torso, but we don't really have a choice. Either that or we put it in the arms. Because I can't put the ammo in the feet because the stealth armor's taking up the feet. Now, chat, hear me out. Hear me out. I know that Bob and Crappy are married, but, as previously discussed, 23 tons is enough to mount the Heavy Gauss. Because if I remember right, the Heavy Gauss is 20 tons. So that's enough to put in the Heavy Gauss and 3 tons of ammo. And then Crappy doesn't have to be a turret anymore. Maybe it's 18. Either way. But Crappy has to be willing to do that. Because we would have to take the Hollander apart in order to do that. He does have a thing for the Hollander. That's my point. He has an unhealthy obsession with the Hollander for some strange reason. Isn't the Hunchy just a fat Hollander? I mean, yeah, but like the concept of the Hollander is just like, what if Hunchback but light mech? Well, Ernst, I wouldn't say we got some good loot. We got a Hunchback 2C, but unfortunately, Wreck-It Carl had to die for us to get it. So, in my opinion, not really worth it, but I'm trying to make the best of it. But again, Crappy's got to make the decision because we got to take his mech apart. We got to strip it down in order to do anything with this. In the lore, the Hollander is a fantastic support sniper. In the tabletop and video games, not so much. He wants a Hollander too, but we've only ever found one. What about the knockdown chance? I mean, the knockdown chance is the knockdown chance. It is what it is. Let's see. Because I know it's mitigated by tonnage. So the more tonnage that the mech has, the less likely it is to get knocked over. So let's see. What are the chances to knock down? Wind fires forces a check that, when failed, knocks down the firing unit automatically from the immense recoil. This check is resisted by a combination of the firing pilot's piloting skill and base tonnage. More is better in both cases. Quad mechs and super heavies are immune to this check. Unfortunately, we don't get to know what the math is behind the scenes. So I don't know how much tonnage and or skill affects the knockdown chance. Like, at this point, you might be high enough skill that the chance is 0, but I don't know. Because they don't explain how the math works. It's 1% per pilot skill level. Right, but then what's the base chance? Oh, there we go. The base knockdown chance is 65%. So at level 10, you would get minus 10%. And then don't know how the tonnage affects it. I mean, we could do the Twin Clan Gauss as well. Let me see. Mech Bay 2. We go to refit. And we pull the Hag 40, pull the Hyper, pull this, pull this, pull. Unfortunately, we gotta remove the stealth armor to do that, I think. Yeah. Because we gotta pull the Angel ECM, and if we pull the Angel ECM, then that means we gotta pull the stealth armor. And even then, we're gonna have to put Pharaoh in this thing to even have enough to put ammo in it. So we pull the Clan Heat Sink kit because we don't need it for this. It doesn't generate that much heat. And then we go with Gauss ammo. I mean, I'd put it in the torso just because it's non-volatile. I'd rather have 3 tons of ammo. 3 tons of ammo is... what? 24 divided by 2, so that'd be 12 rounds of shooting. We just gotta drop another 1/3 of a ton of armor. I mean, don't get me wrong. We could absolutely do the Inner Sphere Gauss. We just gotta turn this thing into a fucking turret again. Then we say, okay, give me a 210 core. Okay, give me a 190 core. Okay, give me a 160 core. Okay, give me a 120 core. Okay, give me a 60 core. Yeah, we turn it into a turret again. But now it's a double Gauss turret instead of a heavy Gauss turret. Is that better or worse? I don't know. Because the max damage on this thing is $175. I think it's only 75 damage, so it technically does 150 damage if both shots hit. But depending on the range bracket, the heavy Gauss could potentially do the same amount of damage. Oh, don't get the wrong idea, Kylaf. The idea here is this thing basically becomes a turret, and we have a VTOL that carries it around everywhere. Don't need leg armor. I mean, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. It's very silly. It's extremely silly, but that's what we do. Like, at the end of the day, that's what we do. I mean, if we pull the XL... Because it's a 60, we don't even need the XL. Like, because the 60 core weighs almost nothing anyway. You take out the Clan XL, now you don't have to worry about the torso shots. And Cody88 with 300 Bezos bucks with a celebration saying, hey, make sure my view is counted. I mean, I'm sure Bezos is counting. He usually does. And I gotta thank Croyd half an hour ago. Sorry I missed you, Croyd. Resubscribing for a 14th month. Good to see you again. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully you're having an outstanding weekend so far. How about using the Hunchy as is? Up to 200 damage at 960 meters. Well, so here's my thinking, right? This thing by default has a Hag 40. I'm good with a Hag 40. What I don't like is that the Hag 40 is not particularly accurate. Wait a minute. Chat. Okay, no, it's a large list. Okay, my bad. Chat, I need to go to the restroom and I need to take a second. I'm still a little out of sorts about this whole situation. So, I know we're not quite at the 3-hour mark yet. But I'm definitely going on a restroom break. But what I'm thinking is, instead of stealth armor, we leave the ECM. The ECM can just be there to help act as defense. But what we do is we say, okay, wait a minute. Hag ammo is non-volatile, does not explode. Okay. So then we use the Hag ammo as crit screening. Battletech. Battletech. We use the ammo as crit screening, and then I want to do this. Because we've already learned that with the FCS, these Hags are actually super accurate. Travis says, gonna see y'all later. Gonna wrangle people at a LEGO event. Have a good one. Alright, Travis. Well, thanks for hanging out, as always. Hopefully you had a good time. Go hang out with your peeps at the LEGO thing. And hopefully you have a good time while you're there as well. Do we have a VRPP? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we don't. I'm not sure what it's classified under, but I'm pretty sure we don't have one. Yeah. 3 extra tons for AMS. We could do AMS. We could go for precision computer, because remember, precision computer grants breaching shot when you only fire a single weapon. Crappy used to have this. He used to have the precision computer before we used the heavy Gauss. But because the heavy Gauss was so heavy, we couldn't actually put it in anymore because we didn't have the tonnage. So by putting in the precision computer, this gives him breaching shot on every shot that he takes. It also reduces recoil, which is less important. And then we still have 2 tons, which... I mean, we could do AMS. There's no rule saying we can't. Actually, you know what? Let me see. If we do this, if we use the laser AMS, it's less chance to intercept, but it's also heavier. If we then swapped down to just a 250, does that give us another ton? It does not. How about a 245? It does not. Okay, fine. Fuck you with a rate. I mean, we're still at minus 27 heat. Like, without the clan double heat sink and 2 laser AMS, we're still at almost 30 under. And we're not using the stealth armor anymore, so we don't have to worry about the heat that that generates. Clan Pharaoh will give you the weight. It will, but it may actually give me more weight, which I'm not necessarily complaining about. But then, what do we do with the rest of the weight? I mean, I guess we could put it back into the legs. Just go max armor. Light active probe. Does a probe actually work with ECM? I mean, it doesn't say anything about it not. So maybe that's not a bad idea. Go with a light active probe. What do we think about that? So we got the ECM, we got the probe. My man's is already going to be running up front anyway. So this just makes it a little better and a little better defended. Tell you what we could do. We can do some cheese. I feel like that's not worth it. I thought about it for a second. I was just like, it's not really worth it. Yeah, we put in the precision computer. The precision computer is because really the only weapon system that we're going to be firing offensively is going to be the Hag 40, so every shot will get breaching shot. I mean, we gotta have a replacement for Carl. We can also use this as a training mech. Don't forget, we got a Griffin and a Treb for our trainers, which are not great, but I'd be okay with replacing one of those with this instead. Do we have anything like that? I mean, we got hardened life support. Adds 2 armor and 2 structure to the head. But that's at 1.5 tons. If it was free, I'd do it, but having to give up the tonnage, I'm not doing that. I think we go with it. doesn't have the battle fists. No, it doesn't. It's a clan mech, so it has the disadvantage of the melee anyway. So even if it had the fists, it wouldn't really matter because we got minus 30 melee accuracy.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, we'll get that work underway. Now, with that being said, chat, it's almost the 3-hour mark, so that means it's time for a BRB. Alright, chat, we are back. And in honor of the fallen, today's adult beverage is a rum and Coke. Well, a rum and Pepsi because I don't drink Coke. I don't know why, but I really like this track. Wreck-It Carl was the one to go this time. Because of, you know, the talk about my job at the beginning of the stream, I have gone ahead and updated my resume on Indeed and ZipRecruiter and Glassdoor and all those other websites. And I got a notification from LinkedIn. Apparently at some point over the course of this stream, because I turned my phone off so that I don't get interrupted midstream. Or, I guess I turned my ringer off, but I got a message from LinkedIn, and it reminded me of why nobody uses LinkedIn anymore. Because I got a notification that was very clearly written by ChatGPT, and it was just like, bank is looking for people like you for their teller position or whatever the fuck. And, like, it didn't even say the name. It was just bank. But it was capitalized like a proper noun. And so I'm just like, so bank, huh? Like, you don't want to tell me what
The
bank?
time
It's
has
just
come.
bank. And so have I. So yeah, again, it just further reinforced why nobody uses LinkedIn anymore. And Braden's Asylum coming in on a Saturday with a big time raid. Good to see you, Braden. And Raiders, thanks for joining us. As always, you caught us in the middle of a BRB. Well, right at the tail end of a BRB. So, good timing, because we're about to get back into it. Let me see. You guys are playing... also played some Battletech this time around, so tell me what you guys were getting up into in the inner sphere today, and let me get my boba back on the screen and get the BRB out of here. And then we can get back to the hot mech on mech action, which I know is the second thing that you guys are all here for. You've never heard of Bank, the famous furniture company? I mean, I don't know if they're like... I've never seen a furniture company called Bank. I don't know if you're being facetious, Arid Legion. Like, I don't know if that's sarcasm. Braden says 63 deployments and still have only one dervish. Or only seen one dervish. I mean, you know, BTA be like that sometimes. It's like, sometimes you can go whole campaigns without seeing a certain type of mech. It's just... Bank is the Dutch word for couch, so a furniture company called Bank. Well, I mean, there you go. There you go. It was sarcasm. I mean, I kind of figured. I wouldn't figure that a company named Bank would be famous for their spaghetti. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Anyway, chat. Now that we've unfortunately lost a pilot, we gotta decide who it is that's gonna get promoted to take Carl's place in the lineup. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Cody because he's already been filling in for one of the lances anyway. And we've got Tribal Typhoon who's still out due to a wedding. Like, this dude's got it made. He rolled into the company, was only around for a couple of days, and then his family was like, hey, we need Tribal Typhoon to come to our wedding because he's part of our family and he needs to be here. And he's just been gone for a month. So, like, you know, he just, like, starts a new job, gets his salary, immediately takes PTO. He's one of those kind of guys. One of those kind of guys. Tedious vocabulary is next on the list. Yeah, I guess we do need to hire a new pilot, don't we? I guess we do need to hire a new pilot. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we... Oh my god.
Standing by. Receiving you.
We got some extremely veteran pilots in here. I'm looking for somebody who doesn't have skills, though. Because, as always, we don't hire anybody with skills over 4. So that way, we get the full character build.
Receiving you.
I mean, this dude's name is Sourdough, and he fits the description. The only problem is, he's a vehicle pilot, not a mech pilot. Let me see. Who else? Maybe Jackpot? Skills-wise, Jackpot's gonna be the best pick, I think. We could go with Wiggly as well. I feel like we should hire Wiggly because Wiggly is Liao, and I don't want Urs to feel lonely. No, Wiggly's a tanker. Shit! Never mind. I can't fuck with him anyway.
Ready for orders.
So Jackpot it is, I guess. Merrick nobility. We got a lot of Merrick nobility in the company. We got a strangely high number of Canopians as well.
New mech warriors available.
I'd rather not be around anyone from Liao, says the Liao servitor. Alright, let's see. Jackpot, let's get in here and change this. I don't know. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. So we're just gonna go with tedious vocab, because there's not... The name's too long. The name is too long. Merrick nobles are like sand, coarse, irritating, and get everywhere. You're not wrong. I hate to say it, but yeah, it's kind of true. Anyway, chat, let's go through the roster real quick, make sure that we're upgrading everybody's skills. Let's see, we got command and control, special onboard command and control electronics, serves as a company master, gaining 1 initiative, 10 sensor and sight range, 1 resolve generation for herself in combat. Let's go ahead and do that. Get Arcos maxed out on the tactics tree.
Training complete.
Receiving.
Let's see. I think it's time for Brewster to upgrade gunnery.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Caffeinated lemur. I mean, I kind of want to wait around for the next skill upgrade, but to hell with it.
Mech warrior training complete.
Commander?
Capsy's up next. Go ahead and put a point into tactics.
Training complete.
Standing by.
Cody, I know Cody was out here earlier. I don't know if they still are. They might have had to go to work. But Cody is ready for their first skill upgrade. Let me see. Are you out there? Nope. Unfortunately, Cody is no longer with us today. Oh no, they are. They just spell it with a 0, not a O. That's my bad. So Cody is, in fact, still here. If that's the case, then again, you gotta make your pick between... Well, actually, you might as well go pick both of your skill trees, because you have 8,000 experience, which is gonna be enough to level up everything. So you've got your 4 skill trees. Go have a look at them, figure out what skills you want, let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna go through and upgrade everybody else's skill trees. Let's see. Eagle Eye gain 25% bonus to sensor sight and all weapon long and max range brackets, and a 2.5% called shot bonus. I like it. Let's go with that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Let's see. Dragon Master also ready. Go ahead and... I mean, because you're getting into close range, I'm going to go ahead and put a point in
Mech Warrior
Guts.
training complete.
Cody wants piloting and multi-target. Let's see. So we go with sure movement, multi-target, and then we'll upgrade the rest of these skills, and there we go.
Training complete.
Okay, where did we leave off? I think King Bob, he's next up. I mean, sure, we'll throw a point in piloting.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Megas is ready to go. I think Gunnery's gonna be the move.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Because he's pretty slow, so it's better to make sure that he hits the shots that he's taking. Mythion.
What's that?
There we go. Let's go with tactics. Eagle Eye. Also gonna help with Mythion. Mythion, who already kind of has a history, at least with the Stone Rhino, of getting those headshots, which you love to see. Let me see. Postal is now currently ready to upgrade their level 2 skill, but I think we need to spread the points out a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Commander.
I await your command.
Okay, Sereni's ready to go, so I think we go tactics. Actually, you know what? I don't normally hyper-specialize pilots, but if we can get to level 10, that just finishes off the gunnery skill tree.
Complete.
Good to go.
CVAX, also ready. I feel like gunnery is not going to be as important as tactics. Then again, majorly reduced jam chance. We gain a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to go with Guts. And I'm going to tell you why. Because CVAX has a history of occasionally doing dumb shit and getting himself hurt and getting his mech blown up. And so maybe Guts is not a terrible thing for CVAX to have.
Training complete.
A little bit of extra health could help, for sure.
Ready for orders.
You do survive. This is true. I'm not... The fact that you still exist, I think, is proof positive of that. Let's see. Sarah Kick, let's go with... I think gunnery.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Because you're spotting for other people in the Ryokan, it's best that you're able to hit those shots with the narc and with the tag. Let's go for
Mech
Guts.
Warrior training complete.
God, the roster. The roster is so
Come,
damn
Naravar,
long.
friend or traitor, come.
The roster is so long.
Training complete.
Yes, Commander. Confirm.
Okay, we're good there.
Order.
Ven's not ready. Wasteland is, though. So let's go ahead and... Sure.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then Zombie Wolf is also ready. So
The
let's
time
go
has
ahead
come.
and get him up to max pilot. So
Mech
have I.
Warrior training complete.
Oh my goodness. And Hamster of Wrath coming in with a big time raid as well. Good to see you, Hamster and Raiders. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully the weekend has been treating you well so far. And let's see, you guys were playing Dungeons of Hinterberg, according to Twitch. No idea what that is. Don't think I've ever heard of it. So tell me about it. Tell me what you guys were getting up to in the dungeons. I have no idea what kind of game that even is. But again, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you guys have been having a good time so far, and you are catching us in the middle of upgrading some pilots and getting ready to get back into the thick of things. So let's see. We got a base capture, escort, recovery. I don't really like any of these mission types, but at a certain point we kind of just got to go for it, so let's do it. We're gonna take max salvage, as you do. That's how these things are done. And then let me have a look at our Lance thing here. Thanks for the shout out. Not too bad. It's like Austrian Zelda meets Final Fantasy with make friends with NPCs system thrown in. When you say make friends with NPC systems, are we talking like Persona style social links? Or are we talking like Fable, they just follow you around and do whatever you say kind of NPCs? Very different systems. Very different systems. But let me pull up our roster here and... Oh, crap. Alright, so Cody, I think, is gonna get the promotion to be the new person for Delta. As a replacement for Carl. Unfortunate. With that being said, I think I'm gonna have Cody go ahead and inherit that Ryokan. Because we definitely need it for the Lance composition. So there we go. You have stats, and hanging out with people increases various stats. It's Kersey has the salvage. QT even. Oh, I was about to say, I don't know what Kersey means, but it sounds bad. The salvage has been okay. We actually just lost a pilot in a fight against the BTA team, because every time we do one of these challenge things, somebody dies, and I literally can't stop it from happening for some reason. Let's get Cody and the Treb out of here so that we can then put Cody instead with Delta to replace Carl. And since we just put in Delta, that means we're rotating back to the front of the list. So we'll drop Megas and the rest of, I think is it Charlie? I think it's Charlie. Yeah, Charlie is part of Megas team, or Megas is Charlie team. So then that means we are putting, who else? My goodness. I'm looking, but I cannot see. Okay, there we go. Like, I'm looking at the Lance roster, and I'm just like, why am I not seeing the Bravo Lance? And it's because I'm just stupid. That is, in fact, the answer, that I'm just stupid. So we'll go ahead and we'll put Travis back in, and then we got Zombie Wolf down here at the bottom. So we got the Wolverine, we've got the Sidewinder, we've got the Centurion, and we've got the Hollander. And I think that makes a full Lance for us. Oh, and we gotta put in my man's. Gotta put in Bob so he can cart his wife around. And I think we're good. I think we are good. Mick's name sounds like a Street Fighter move, Ryokan. Yeah, I mean, you gotta blame the Draconis Combine for that, because they name everything after superhero Japanese. So I had to raid and dip, got a headache brewing, hence the stoppage. Have a great stream. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, Hamster, and I'll do my best to take care of your people, so once again, thanks for dropping by, thanks for raiding. Go take some Tylenol or some ibuprofen or whatever you prefer. I mean, I prefer whiskey for headaches. But either way, thanks for hanging out with us, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Alright, chat, let's get underway. Let's get underway.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so it's actually letting us deploy elsewhere now. Because before, like, now it's telling me deploying on the objective is forbidden. What, my mouse was locked in here and I couldn't deploy anywhere else before. So, might have just been a bug in the deployment, I don't really know. But I'll just deploy right here so that way nobody's stuck on any mountains and then we can advance into the base.
Warriors, show them what you got.
Okay. I'm just gonna reserve for now.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Are we in visual contact? No, we're just in sensor contact. Then I'll reserve to 1, even though I probably shouldn't. Okay.
What's up, boss?
So, first things first,
Standing
I'm the
by.
realist. We gotta grab Bob, and we gotta have him pick up his wife, because that's the first thing we do at the beginning of every turn. Okay. Next up, we need somebody to scout. We got
What can I do
CVEX.
for you?
So we will send CVEX forward to see what we can find.
The area isn't clear. Eliminate hostiles and secure it before proceeding to your next
All right.
objective.
We got a 65-tonner and another 65-tonner. Thankfully, CVEX does have a sensor lock, so this one's closest. Let's go for that one.
Got a
What do we
lock.
got? It's a Thunderbolt. All right. If you had a goat girl or a wolf girl or even a fox girl, but no cats. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie. If I had my choice, like if you put a fox girl and a cat girl in front of me, I'm probably gonna take the fox girl too. I'm just saying.
Good to go.
The time has come.
Alright, and so have I. Crappy is ready to go, but unfortunately, Bob has already moved, so I think we just brace.
Holding here.
And Griffin Swiftblade coming in with a big time raid as well. Thanks for dropping by, Griffin and Raiders. Hopefully you guys had a good stream and you've been having a good weekend so far. Let's see. Looks like you guys are playing some Mech Warrior 5. Mercs, not to be confused with Clans, the other Mech Warrior 5. Sounds like a lot of fun. I assume you guys are playing with all the DLC, including the new Clans DLC, so tell me what you guys were getting up to in the wide world of battle mech combat. In the meantime, we are currently advancing on a base
Understood. Moving fast.
to fight, I think, the RimWorld's Republic, but it also seems like we're fighting against
Receiving you.
mercenaries? So maybe just mercs that are working for the RimWorld's
Let's go.
Republic? As a non-furry, I don't really see much difference between cat girls and fox girls. No, you're misunderstanding. I'm not talking about furries. I mean, not in the traditional sense. For me, when I'm talking about cat girls, fox girls, I basically just mean an anime girl with animal ears and a tail. Which is easy enough to do with costume accessories. Do we need to consult the chart? I mean, you can pull out the chart if you want. I am very familiar with the chart. I'm just making it clear where I stand on the issue.
Holding off.
Alright, let me see. I need to get, let's see. Who is...
Standing by.
Cody's in one of the Ryokens. We need to get him up
Let's move.
ahead, so that way we can start spotting. Because now that we've got Travis on the field, we can actually use the tag for the semi-guided ammo that they have.
Ready for orders.
Okay, Dragon Master and the Crusader, you're not going to do any good unless you're close, so you might as well just get sprinting forward.
Huh?
No, not George. Come on. There we go. About to start the second part of Rise of Raslahag. In the meantime, I'm on the trail of Nightstar in the main campaign. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of disappointed with the Nightstar in the campaign. Like, in BTA well, I don't know if it's base game Battletech, but in BTA and RogueTech, the Nightstar is actually
Come,
pretty good.
Nerevar, friend or traitor, come.
It did not feel good in MechWarrior 5 to me.
Yes, Commander.
But then again, I think that's, like, to me,
Understood.
I
Moving
just
fast.
don't like the feel of Assault Mechs in MechWarrior 5 to begin with.
Waiting for orders.
Like, Assault Mechs move too slow, in my
Affirmative.
opinion.
Skipper,
And let's see, Vin, I'm gonna just, like, put you in the tree line up
I
here.
got you.
Because they always want to attack you, so I'm just gonna, like, keep you
Yes,
in the
boss.
back a little bit.
Let's go.
Okay, Wasteland,
Await your
same
command.
deal. Go ahead and... Well, you know, it wouldn't be a BTA deployment if at least one person wasn't stuck in the ground. So let's go ahead and use side
It's
slip.
on now. No shooting, just running.
They feel like assault mechs, that's the problem. I mean, you're not wrong, but... Again, I've said before, I like MechWarrior 5, but part of the issue to me with MechWarrior 5 is because of the atrocious AI, it doesn't feel like you're part of a lance, it just feels like you're fighting the battles all by yourself, and the other people are just there to soak up some of the bullets so that the enemies have something to shoot at besides you. Because if you were doing all the missions alone, then you would get wiped off the face of the planet in minutes. So, yeah. Like, again, I enjoy MechWarrior 5, but that's why Assault Mechs don't feel very good to me, because when you have to do almost everything by yourself, and you're doing it at 32 kph, it takes forever. Playing a modded MechWarrior 5 Merc, the vanilla Assault Mechs are meh. Yeah, they are. They really are.
Ready for orders.
Let's see, and then Brewster, I'm just gonna leave you up here on the hill as well, because you're close enough to the base that we don't have to worry too much
It's
about
on
that.
now.
Alright, here we go. Just gonna reserve,
Waiting
and
for
then
my
reserve again.
Waiting for the
And
right
then-
move.
Bob will be able to move, so then let's go ahead and move you forward. We gotta get him in motion.
Roger.
And unfortunately, we're not close enough to really get visual on anybody, but that's alright. Let me see. Where is Cvex? There we go.
I
Give
hear
me
ya.
Cvex. Because he's gonna be the one to reveal the enemy
Got it.
formation
Max
to
speed,
us.
no shooting.
And with 10 evasion, we got rear armor on the Thunderbolt. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. Has 62 days and some hours in MechWarrior 5. Am I an addict? I mean, listen. As a former alcoholic, well, okay, as a reformed alcoholic, remember, the thing about alcoholism is you don't quit, you just stop. You can always go back. But as a reformed alcoholic, I can speak from some authority and say, addiction is not about what you do, but why you do it. So, you tell me, are you addicted to MechWarrior 5?
Firing everything I've got.
Alright, good hits on the rear armor and already
hit like
destroying
that,
some
you're
weapon
toast.
systems.
Receiving you.
Crappy does not have the ability to shoot at the... Well, maybe he does. No, he doesn't. Wait, if we switch to long range bracket? Nope. Okay, well then I'll just leave Crappy in reserve for now because one of these idiots might be stupid enough to come walking out in front of the heavy Gauss rifle. And I would be rude not to oblige
Heading that
them
way.
when they do. 62 days is 1,488 hours. No, not yet. Bump those numbers up. 6,200 hours in Rogue Tech. Jesus Christ, Ajax. Do you even have a life, or do you just spend every minute of your life just like, you just play Rogue Tech all the time? I don't think I have 6,200 hours in all of my games combined. Well, okay, let me think. No, I probably have way more than that if you go back far enough, but... I mean, you gotta think about this for a second. 6,200 hours in Rogue Tech, and Battletech only came out in 2018, so if we're being generous, it's like 7.5 years old. 6,200 hours in 7 years is a lot of game time. That's a lot of game time, man. That meant 258 and a third days. Okay, so that means you have spent almost 1/7, like, let's just say you've spent 12 to 15% of the last 7 years of your life playing Rogue Tech. That's a lot of hours, man. Mad respect. That's dedication.
Ready for orders.
That is dedication, my friend.
No shooting, just running.
Every day off, I play Rogue Tech 6 to 8 hours. Hey,
Orders.
if you like what you like, I ain't gonna judge. I know people who have spent an equivalent amount of time with their hands on their genitals, so I would say you've probably spent your time more wisely. World of Warcraft when I finished 1 year, 8 months, 25 days. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Alright.
Commander.
Already doing some pretty decent damage here. Again, I think we just reserve my mans. I'm
Reserving
waiting for
action.
one of them to move into sight range.
Waiting for orders.
Do we have
Orders.
caffeinated lemur? I mean, you know what? I'm okay with caffeinated lemur because what we can do is we can move
Position
him up,
confirmed.
and then we can go with the swarm and bees, and we can just fling some hate in this direction and let the missiles do the rest.
I copy. Standing by.
Okay, zombie wolf. Let's go ahead and move forward. Have relatives that just watch TV mindlessly 8 hours a day. Not even good stuff, just shitty soap operas and reality TV. I mean, listen, my grandma, when she was in her later years, used to just sit at home and watch soap operas all day. But at the same time, she had also been suffering with diabetes for like a decade or more. And she had lost her legs because of diabetes, and so she couldn't really do anything except just sit at home anyway.
Yes, Commander.
Reserve. We're
Holding
gonna
for
get to
tactical
a
advantage.
point where Crappy can actually take a shot at somebody.
Heading out. Full speed.
Just looked at my pile of Xbox games. A lot of Assassin's Creed. I'm addicted to not being bored. Well, there you go. See, that's... But it's not really addiction. I don't think anybody wants to be bored.
Waiting for orders.
At least, I don't want to be bored. Alright, let's see. Can we? Yep, we can get in there.
Confirmed.
Good. Good. Let's give him the business. Give him the narc and the tag. And
Good to
now
go.
that we've done so, okay, Travis
Ready
is
for
in
orders.
initiative 4. So he's not quite ready to take the shot.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Let me
Orders?
see. Crappy stone. God damn it.
Roger that. Standing
Okay,
by.
somebody's finally moving. He has made the mistake of revealing himself to Crappy's line of sight. This is a mistake we will instantly make him regret. WoW ended with Wrath of the Lich
What's
King.
up, boss?
Beam. Sadly, you are not the only person that looks at it that way.
Here it comes.
There we go. 95 damage, but I have no idea to what part of the mech. Okay. Big time LRMs from downtown. So 65 tons with LRMs. Chat, that was like an LRM 10, maybe a 15. What's a 65 ton inner sphere mech that's got roughly 15 to 20 LRMs? Thunderbolt. I mean, it could be another Thunderbolt.
Receiving you.
That'd be kind of boring if so, but definitely not impossible. Alright, let's give him the SRMs. We're gonna go with normal, 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 and then I want Inferno and Acid, just to light him up. And you know what, just for funsies, let's go with Precise Strike. And I'll go, well, you know what? If we're gonna go for Precise Strike, I might as well try for the headshot, right?
Locking on target.
Injury resisted,
Reporting. Critical hit.
but he's having a bad time.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, Wasteland, you can actually kind of sneak in on the side here.
Confirmed.
So do that, and give him the cheeky ghost.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Knockdown with the Gauss rifle. Okay, injury resisted again.
Commander.
This dude is hard as nails. Alright, so here's what we'll do. I'm gonna move up, actually, you know what? Let's just move up here.
Copy that.
And I'm not gonna fire everything. I'm gonna turn off the mortar 4s, and we're just gonna go with some guided rounds. Not much, just a little bit, because this dude's almost dead. And he should still be marked with tag, right? Okay, yeah, he's still tagged, which means these should be, yeah, relatively accurate. Go for the leg.
Copy that.
Little bit of collateral damage on that one.
Ooh. Took a heavy hit there.
And he panic ejected. Alright, that'll work. I'll take it. Got 608 hours in War Thunder. Review is, I fucking hate this game and I can't stop playing. Don't do drugs. Yeah, I mean, that's your average World of Tanks / War Thunder / League of Legends player is,
Come,
I fucking
Nerevar,
hate this
friend or
game
traitor,
and I can't
come.
stop playing it.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
Okay, what was that? Okay, it's an 85 and an 80 tonner.
Yup.
Here I am getting all focused at, like, I'm getting all tunnel visioned on the Thunderbolt and don't even realize I've got 160 tons worth of mech walking up the mountain on me. Swift draw, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, it thought you were, listen, it thought you were trying to post a link. You should know better. Well, I guess we reserve again,
Waiting for the
and then
shot.
reserve again. And now we can move
Ready for
Bob,
orders.
which means we can move Crappy.
Acknowledged.
There we go. Man, we're just not building up that speed fast enough. But we could laser. Oh, it's a Crusader. Okay. All right. Gotcha. So do we take the shot at the Crusader, or do I think we just take the shot, right? Yeah, we just take the shot.
Target confirmed. Commander?
Crappy, I don't think. Yeah, you're not gonna have a shot at that guy. So we'll just continue to reserve
Huh?
until such time as you can actually shoot at the guy. Once he's dumb enough to make the mistake of coming around the corner.
Heading that way.
Send Mythion this way around the side. Do a little bit of a flanking maneuver. Target prediction, and finish the turn.
Standing by.
Who's up next? Sevex?
Commander?
Alright, do we send Sevex to check out the 80 tonners? I feel like we should. Let's do it.
Sprinting.
Alright, what do we get? We got a gunslinger, and we got a victor. Well, the gunslinger is Gauss and all lasers. The victor is Gauss, and that's pretty much it. Alright. Then let's see. I think we precise strike in the rear arc on the victor, because the victor's, I think, gonna have less armor. Yeah. Alright, let's take the shot at the rear arc.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Alright, now that we've done
Commander?
that. Crappy's not gonna have line of sight.
Yes, Commander.
Arcos might be able to get up here. Let's see, we could side slip.
Yes.
And then... Can I even get down on this side? No. Can't get down this side of the mountain. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna charge
You got it.
straight
Going
through the
flat
base
out.
with side slip. And we're going straight into the teeth of this Crusader.
Locking in all weapon systems.
And I see you gas now. Hydration income. Which is good. I had forgotten. I had forgotten to drink my water.
Yep.
I needed that.
Let's move.
Let's see. Since we're already putting some hurt on the Crusader, I'm just gonna continue that. Same.
Roger that.
Go gadget sandpaper. Oof. And there's the ammo
Connection
explosion.
on that one.
You hate to
Receiving you.
see it. Well, I mean, he hates to see it.
Waiting for orders.
Zombie Wolf, I don't think you're gonna be able to really get anywhere useful this turn, so just
Got it.
continue to make your way past the base.
Standing by.
This is kind of a rough map for the enemy. Like, they're...
Full speed.
For the first
no
time in a
target.
long time, the enemy is not in the position of advantage.